Good morning,
Right,
everyone.
Aditi?
Sorry.
Yeah, nothing. Go ahead.
As Roshni pointed out, that yes, we have done the creative intelligence till now, understanding the left and the right brain, and today we'll be doing getting to know what Tony Buzan has to say about mind mapping. So, as you see on the screen, that's the list of the left and right brain functionalities that we understood. Now, the title here is Releasing Your Mind from Its Non Creativity Prison. You may not have known it, but you stand over a 99% chance that your brain has been in a non creativity prison from the time it started school to the time it opens its doors. So, if I want to change the picture, how do I do it?
From everybody
Huh?
there is noise from your end.
Okay,
Thanks.
well, I have to go for each photo separately, I believe, huh? Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. So, can you see this?
Yes.
Okay. So, so he says that how can this be true? Check and see. Simply ask yourself in what kind of way does your brain make its thoughts visible? In other words, what kind of notes do you make? Are they like this? If you so there are these note taking styles, and he says if you belong to that 99% of the world's population I mentioned earlier, then this is the way you will take notes. You will use words that are usually in sentences or phrases. You will list things. You may, in advanced forms of note taking, use numbers and letters to organize your thoughts. You will write on straight lines, and you will use a blue, black, or gray pen or pencil with which to make these notes. So, does anybody agree to this or disagree? Do all of us
Agree.
take notes like this?
I
Yeah, I do that.
I also do that.
Yeah. Um,
For me, bullet points are also important. So that EBC is bullet points for me.
right. Yeah. Yeah. So it says, could the way we have been taking notes for the last few centuries be the very reason why so many of us feel we are not as creative as we somehow know we truly are? First, let's look at the blue, black, and gray colors with which we usually make our notes. The reason why we do this is because we have been taught to do so. To your brain, a blue, black, or gray is a single color. This means that the light waves that bombard your eye from that color are all identical. To your brain, therefore, a single blue, black, or gray color is a monotone of information, which is a single tone of information. What word do we get when we combine the concept of mono and tone? Can someone say this?
Monotone.
What word do we get when we combine the concept of mono and tone?
monotony.
Monotonous.
Yes, monotone. And if something is a monotone, we describe it as monotonous. And what word do we commonly use to describe something that is monotonous?
Boring.
Yes, you got
My
that.
pain.
Yeah. So, what does your brain do when it is bored? Most people come up with one of the following answers: tunes out, turns off, switches off, goes dead, daydreams, drifts, goes to sleep. Thus, the current method developed for unleashing the productive power of the planet is actually boring the creative minds and sending them to sleep. Why does this happen? Think about the tools your brain normally uses for its note taking: words, lists, lines, numbers, order, sequence, letters. The mental skills of the left brain. So far, so good. So, now, what skills from the right brain are used? Is this question. So, do you think in this typical note taking style, are we using anything from the right brain? And sorry about not being able to share that screen. I'll just list out the right brain again. Like we said, rhythm, spatial awareness, dimension, imagination, daydreaming, color, and holistic awareness. So, well, he says the reason why there's no answer right now, like why we are all not answering, is because there is none. We have not used any right brain skills. No images, no codes, no colors, no dimension, no whole picture, no visual rhythm, and no spatial awareness. In other words, our traditional note taking methods only do half the job. It is time that we completed the task. Once again, it is clear that by using only half of our skills, we have, like the one legged and one armed runner, been operating with a fantastic lack of efficiency. The lines on which we have been writing are the prison bars behind which we have trapped our fantastically creative brains. Let's explore what happens when we allow our brains to make their thoughts visible in a way that is compatible with the way our brains actually think. And by now, you know it's not in straight lines. Any thoughts? Okay, I'll continue. So then he says, so I'll screen share again, please. Yeah. Your brain does not, like the computer, think narrowly, linearly, and sequentially. It thinks radiantly and explosively, as is shown in the following diagram. To show how radiant thinking works, try the following radiant and creative thinking game, which will change the way you think about the way you think forever. So now I would like you to keep just your pens and papers ready. Yeah. So below you, here you will find the word fun nestled in the center of a face. 5 branches radiate away from the face, and off each of those branches radiate, much like a tree or a river delta, 5 more branches. The game is as follows. On the 5 central branches, print the first 5 words that come into your head, one on each branch, whatever they are, when you think of the concept of fun. Can we do this? So you need to make this circle, draw this particular figure, and whatever the word fun means to you, please write it on the branch. The 5 branches, that the immediate 5 branches. Has someone got it ready? Please share. Nikita, would you like to share what you might have written? The 5 words that strikes you when you see the word fun. Preeti, Rekha, Prapun, Nandini.
Maitri, I'm ready. If you want me to share, I can.
Please.
So I'll show it to you.
Yeah. So I have to stop sharing, right?
No, I am just showing it on my screen itself because I'm on the phone. So
Okay.
this is the way I have written it. For me, it's friends, gardening, new venture, games, traveling.
Okay, nice. And I'll read mine too. I have togetherness, entertainment, running in the open land, movie time, and friends. Anybody else? Quick share, please.
Mine is
Some.
yay, word, play, children, balloons, and now.
Okay.
The word now, like today.
Mine is like watching movie, chit chatting, gossiping, traveling, and maybe like cooking.
One more. Okay. Okay, presuming that all of us have our first 5 words written for the word fun, now we can just pick that one word which we have written on this, the left of this figure that we have. And again, what that word reminds us of, let me put it in the words of Tony Buzan. When you've done this, go out to the next level of branches and quickly print on each of the 5 lines the 5 words that first come into your mind when you think of the key word on the main branch. That is that one particular word on that branch. When you've filled in the first 5 keywords and all the radiating branches, then read on.
You're supposed to soak oats for some time. I soaked it for 1 hour. Masi soaks it overnight and you can just eat it raw.
Maitri, so one branch which is branching out into 5 more.
Yes,
Yeah, so we're doing that, right?
yes, yes.
Okay.
Mina didi to soki dato. Pacha मतलब हमको पलट रहे. मेथी भी तो मैंने मेरी तो खबर है. She brought it to me. क्या कर रहा था? बारन ला pacha रखी चले.
Okay, I'm ready with mine.
Would anyone like to share further?
If anybody has a doubt about how to go about it, please ask so that I can just read over one more time or just give clarity.
Yeah, it will be great if you can.
Okay. Well, Preeti, what you see on this on the screen, there's a word fun that is written, and there are 5 branches that's coming out. So, what does the word fun mean to you? So, randomly, whatever words come to you or whatever feelings come to you, just write it down on each of the 5 branches that are coming out of this circle. And then in the next level, you just pick that word that you've written on that one branch. And again, you write 5. For example, I probably said togetherness. So for me, what togetherness will mean, I further on write it on the next 5 branches.
Would anyone like to come on mic and share?
Or put it on the chat box also. Yeah, if you're not in a position to speak.
Like traveling, I can kind of going to new places, having more time with family,
Mhm.
uh, and exploring new food, maybe new cuisines, and having fun with kids also. That will be the list which we.
So the word traveling brings out these words for you. Nice. So well, if we go through this, is when the rest of the chapter will make more meaning to us. So we really need to do this because this is the mind map exercise that we have to do to find really how it works for us.
So like in this, can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, Preeti.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like in one branch, there are further sub branches. So like that only in all the branches, there should be sub branches.
They could be. Right now, we'll just work on one set of sub branches.
Okay. I think just like a quick thing can be done, but for the real deep understanding of it, we need to sit with it and think and then write.
No, he's just asked us to treat it as a game. It's just that
Acha.
if you tell it in his own words, he just says that below you will find the word fun nestled in the center of a face. 5 branches radiate away from the face, and off each of these branches radiate 5 more branches. So you just, whatever comes to your head, print the first 5 words that come into your head. So there's no pondering that he wants us to do.
Okay. So playing with the family, then going out, yeah, traveling,
Okay.
drawing, painting, and music, listening to all like favorite music numbers and going for live shows for it.
Right.
Mm,
That's 4. I heard 4 or 5.
yeah, and then socializing, meeting people, playing with them, playing with like I said, my own family, like having a nice time with my own family, but also with everybody also around, and being with them, playing and games and um, all of that brings joy, and connecting with the kind of very open-hearted people, means where there are no filters, there are no this thing. So that would be there.
Okay. So this will be your first 5 branches, and that one thing where you said family time, there you've branched out 5 more and mentioned the whatever you mentioned just now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So
That will
that I should say right now.
yes, please.
Yeah. So so those only maybe that can come like so together as a family, having a nice musical time together, some playing some music and then listening to music together, and uh, also singing together. That is one part. Then second is playing games together, lots and lots of games together, and uh, thinking through all the games and then further enjoying it. That is again this thing. Then traveling together. We love traveling together and around anywhere.
He's just asking us to go for one word, just one word.
Mm, acha, okay, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
So आपने बोला family. together with family. So
Yeah, so
five things that come to your mind when you just think of together with family.
so that's what so that's what I'm covering. It's like intermingling with each other actually. Uh, so when it comes to family, then what I told in the outer circle is also coming here actually.
It's okay. It's just that he just wants us to use one word just to define it, like just a catchword. That's it. So intermingling will be one. Now the second word.
Play,
Yes. 3. Third one.
talk,
Okay.
do some activities together.
Hmm. And one more. 5.
Watching something together or having a
I
music
think
time
he
together.
also says it doesn't have to be an activity only. It can be
Uh,
anything. Just family, like fun with, like together with family. So it can also be an adjective or a feeling, an emotion, an activity, anything. There's no defined thing as it is just the 5 words that come to your mind when you think of this particular word.
Hi, I just joined.
understanding. Yeah.
I put some things on chat. Is that okay?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes. But you can also say it out loud so that it'll bring more clarity for others also.
Or I
Oh, okay.
can share it, read it out for you, Nitya.
Yeah.
Or you read it out. Nitya, would you like one of us to read it out from chat?
My dogs are barking, so I can't come on voice too long.
Go ahead, Nitya. It's okay. You're comfortable.
Sorry, me, is it? Nitya, is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So for the first 5, I wrote music, animals, food, friends, children.
Yes.
So then music, I branched out into 5 more.
Uh-huh.
Is that correct?
Yes, yes.
Sound quality, song selection, vocals, instruments, lyrics.
Mm.
So if it's only one word, then sound, song, vocals, instruments, lyrics.
Yeah.
Then I went on to branch out the next also into 5. Animals into 5, food into 5.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the way. Very nice. Yeah.
Okay.
And
Should I go on?
yes, you can
Okay.
please.
Animals. I wrote watch them, feed them, bathe them, take them out, make animal lovers interact with them.
Mm.
So interaction with animal lovers.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I think. He just wants us to do it in that instantaneously. So I guess that's why he's not asking us to ponder. It's just that a very quick thing.
Yeah. So watch, feed, bathe, outings, animal lovers, or interactions. Those are the 5 for animals.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So Bhaval also has got a list ready. Family, and I think that has family could be one of the fun part, and it's branching out to sharing, eating, festivals, board games, and chit chat. Lovely. And Anjali says dancing and playing music. So we have 3 more to be filled on that. So fun to her means dancing, playing music, and 3 more. For Rekha, it is reading, meditating, playing with kids, traveling, friends, and friends being branched out into just being, relaxing, discussion, memories, getting out. Yeah. So all of us have got a hang of it. So I'll move on further. So he's asking us, were you able to do this exercise? Of course you were. Was it simple? Of course it was. Is it more significant than it might at first seem? You bet it is. Think about it. What your brain has just done is something quite profound. You took a single concept, fun, and radiated from it 5 key ideas. Thus, you multiplied your first creative output by 5. That's a 500% increase in creative output. Next, you took your 5 new freshly created ideas, and from each of them, you created 5 more new ideas. Another 5-fold or 500% increase. In no time at all, you can start from one idea and created many, many more. Now ask yourself, could I create another 5 words or ideas from each of the 25 words that could radiate from the original key 5? Of course you could. That's another 125 ideas created. Could you add another 5 from each of those? Again, of course you could. Another 625 ideas. That's 6,250% more ideas than when you started. Could you keep going to the next level and the next and the next and the next? Of course you could. And for how long? Forever. Generating how many ideas? An infinite number. Congratulations. You just demonstrated using a basic mind map technique, and it's got this registered mark on it, mind map technique, that your creative potential is infinite. The news gets even better. In the Radiant and Creative Thinking game you have just played, you were still using predominantly your left brain. That is the logical brain. Suppose that the magical qualities of the right brain were added to your already proven infinite creative thinking capacity. Suppose that you added to the basic mind map form using colors, more visual rhythm, images, pictures, codes, dimension, and clever spatial arrangement. If you did, you would be like that whole bodied runner again, multiplying your abilities synergetically. You would be adding extra power, color, and dimension to what we already know is an infinite creative capacity. So, anybody wants to share of how you felt doing this exercise, what it meant to you? Did it mean anything at all?
So Maitri, with the color, we can enhance it. What else? Dimension. Uh, what are those other
The other
pointers?
pointers are visual rhythm, more visual.
Visual rhythm.
Maybe I think he
Okay.
means in terms of um, some kind of a pattern, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Anything else coming to anyone's mind? Like what else can
So
we
the lines that are
add in there as
drawn, the branches can be like dotted lines if the relationship is not very strong. You know, it can be in colors that you consider negative if it's a negative relationship, or you can have like really thick, bold lines and favorite colors if it's a highly positive relationship. For example, when I said animals and I said watch, feed, bathe, okay, like bathe is something I hate doing. So I would probably have it in my worst color and just dashes because I have a very broken relationship with that. But when I say watch them, I would probably like, make it really bold and fresh, and because I love just watching them play with each other. So that's coming to mind. Visual rhythm. I don't know if it comes under that, but yeah.
yes, it does. It does.
yeah, there's no one way, right? But this is interesting, right, Nitya? Like the lines also will begin to talk and convey a lot more.
Yeah.
Interesting. Maitri, what else is there in that list?
Yes, sure. So now, how can we make it more fun? Just like Nitya pointed out, there are other tips also that are being given by him. He says if you've already done a basic mind map in the fun game, to create a fully fledged creative mind map is simple, easy, and enjoyable. Start in the center of a blank page, turned sideways. Why? To give your brain the radiant creative freedom to branch out in all directions. Use an image for your central idea. Why? Because an image is worth 1,000 words for your creative power and will both please your eyes and keep your attention focused. Use colors throughout. Why? Because color stimulates creative thinking, helps you distinguish areas of creative thought, stimulates the visual centers of your brain, and captures your eye's attention and interest. Point 4. Connect your main branches to the central image and connect. Why? Because your brain works by association. And if the branches are connected on the page, the ideas will connect in your head and spark off more creative thoughts. It also creates and sustains the basic structure in the same way that your skeleton, muscles, and connective tissue hold your body together. 5. Make the branches curved rather than straight lined. Why? Because a creativity mind map with straight lines is boring to your eyes. Your brain is far more attracted to the curved lines than you find in nature. Use one word per line. That's the sixth directive. Why? Because as you know from the fun exercise, each single word or image generates its own vast array of creative thoughts. When you use single words, each one is better able to spark new thoughts. Phrases or sentences tend to dampen this triggering effect. I'll just repeat that, please. Use one word per line. Why? Because as you know from the fun exercise, each single word or image generates its own vast array of creative thoughts. When you use single words, each one is better able to spark new thoughts. Phrases or sentences tend to dampen this triggering effect. Use images throughout. Why? Because images and symbols are easy to remember and stimulate new creative associations. You now have the knowledge to use the most powerful creative thinking tool known to humankind, the mind map. So I'll just
Symbols, we can also use arrows, like if it's a two-way relationship, like feeding is just one way, in a way, feeding my animals, but bathing, they also bathe me back. So I might have arrows at both ends. That's just coming to mind.
So this is one of it. One of the mind maps that was in the book.
Yeah, and that is so true, Maitri, that, when there is just one word, when I was writing like just one word, so, out of sharing also for 5 more words could come. Like, when family, I wrote like as a first thing, sharing. So, we share so many things like our feelings, our new learnings, our whatever we are reading recently. So, as when there was just one word, if I could have written maybe a sentences, I could have stopped there.
Yes.
Yes, I can so much relate with what is just shared, that just one word, it opens up the possibilities of other thoughts, connecting thoughts. Yeah.
So there are more images like this which I'll be sharing on Slack. And there are there are few articles that I would like to read out, which is about real life examples. So if somebody else wants to share, like Pavel, please go ahead.
I'm just curious about the color coding. Is it like they've used verbs in red color and nouns in black in the map that you have put on the screen?
Okay. I'm not sure about that. I think just like you pointed out a while earlier, that few colors symbolize few things for you, and you might choose to use different colors. Looks like that because make, play, listen would all be verbs, but they've been used in 2 different colors. So he's not mentioned any such restrictions as such. He's just allowed us to do what we want to do.
Okay.
Yes.
Maitri, I really liked the images which was there. Matlab, those small doodling images. So I was struggling over here to try making something, but I couldn't manage. But I think that is something which I would want to develop, these images, small little emojis.
Yes, true. I mean, I think for us it's the first time, so maybe eventually we'll also probably explore ourselves and get into other modes. I think since this is like we're just getting introduced to this. So, and that's what, mindsets, how we think that we have to be, like he said, we just have to use blue, black, and gray. That's how we've been taught since childhood, that these are the basic colors. And red was only for teachers to use.
It reminds sorry. Yeah, it reminds me of another mapping tool where we cause effect and then problem tree. So usme kya hota hai, we have on the left hand side what are the causes of something, and then on the right hand side of the central image, we will have the impacts of it. So it kind of flows from left to right. So just
Okay.
reminds me of that as well.
Okay.
Now go ahead, go ahead. Here, color code also has branched out into one whole mind map of its own, right?
Mm. Yeah, so it can go any way. There's no this.
Yeah, this is no end to it.
Yeah.
Even the branches now we can see has dotted lines, and I like the twisted ones which says about future, no?
Yeah.
The spirally ones.
So creative, right?
Yeah.
Like, I had, when I was working actually in a school, there was a lady who had taken a short introduction workshop on mind map. And that time I still remembered, it's like years back, but I still remembered she talked about image, like, word and image together. And I still remember because, it is something which, not very usual way we use. So, and that's how it helps in memory, memorize, like, to remember those things. Like when she had done about history, so, the way she had written Viking with, combination of word and image. So that, also is, I think, a part of mind map thing where, it builds up memory, and it is a easy way to remember things.
True.
Yeah, that's true. It is a study skill or a memorization tool. Like I now remember I use it in French for 10th and 12th graders to memorize the entire lessons in half a
Yes.
page.
In one page, huh?
Yeah, in a visual way, So when the student goes to the exam, they actually draw the mind map first in
Yes.
pencil on the answer paper, write out the entire answer, and then they erase the mind map. I remember that. Yeah.
Nice. So it's what like
One
this.
of my friends, she uses it when she's reading a book, a new book. She captures a whole book in mind map and she's done with it. That's how she likes to move on from one book to the other really fast.
How is that, Roshni? I kind of didn't get it.
So the whole book, she will, keep branching it out as the topics and chapters are progressing. Any
Okay.
book, it could be fiction, non-fiction, anything that she's reading.
Okay.
She will bring it down to mind map level, and she'll be like done with it.
Right.
So
And then
basically, the author is trying to sorry.
No, I'm just saying that then you'll remember what, because I get that when I'm reading a book, I actually tend to forget the previous chapters. So this will really help. Yeah.
Yeah, just capture the key elements very
Right.
quickly.
Okay.
So a whole lot of information can be brought down to this one
Right.
That's
one
very
page
nice.
kind of.
Roshni, this whole idea of capturing the book, I think, is very nice.
She does that very frequently. But
Like
what Nitya was
Arohi,
saying
when
in
we
the go ahead.
sorry, Roshni, go ahead.
No, I was just saying how Nitya was saying in the exams, then they have to erase it. I wish we didn't have to erase it, right? Like that's an answer. That could be an answer in itself, no? Like why erase it? There's so much happening there when
Yeah,
you're
definitely.
coming up with the mind map.
Yeah. In fact, in one case, the teacher thought the child had brought it from outside. And the kid said, no, if you want, I draw it again and show you. Because the teacher was quite astounded, ki, how can the child remember so much content, in one half page, like.
Yeah.
At
It's a hack.
Arohi, we used to do mind map for planning and reflection. And when we were going, Advai was so young, like 5 or 6 year old. Even he could relate and understand this mind map rather than notes, like planning this activity. Rather than that, if you draw like this mind map, he was understanding it better. It's very simple.
Yes, nice. Ahead of us in ROV times. Lovely. So can you all share this, please? Whatever your mind maps are on Slack, it'll actually, motivate each other, and also probably give us ideas that we can go further on. Maybe Nitya can share her technique of teaching so that we do it, and then Nandini, you too, from what you remember.
The
It'll be
French
fun.
one, is it, that I mentioned? Are you
Yeah,
referring?
anything,
Okay,
anything
I'll
that
do
you.
Slack medal.
Okay. So, Roshni, do we have time for a few readings? There's some nice examples that Tony Buzan has given. You want me to put it on Slack or read it out?
Yeah, put it on Slack, Maitri. It's
Yeah.
10:45.
Right. I'll do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with this, Maitri, thank you so much for taking us through your book, sharing so much in the past 3 weeks, and taking that effort to put it over Slack also. This was really like a fun exercise, fun read, and so much to learn and implement. And yeah, next week Kritika wants to bring in her book, so we'll have that for about 1 or 2 sessions. Anybody else wants to bring in their book and share it with us? It's also a great exercise to just pull out that book from your bookshelf or library and go through it along with us. Like I remember when Maitri was sharing, her son was actually reading that book for something else, and that's when it clicked, that, oh, okay, there's this book, let me share it in parenting club. So please go through your bookshelves and please offer them to us. It would be really fun to do it together.
Yeah, we can share what and all books we have. We can choose from them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I also want to add, since we are closing this mind map, I'll take quick 1 minute, Roshni.
Yes,
Would-
yes, sir.
Yeah, so what happens is that many of the time these tools are introduced to the children either much later stage or as an alien tools for them, and then some of them reject these tools because they haven't used it, or it looks very difficult. Even to when if I say you to draw a word for, say, motivation, or draw a picture for motivation, so the first thought comes in that, how do I draw it? I don't know the drawing, kind of a thing. So what Nandini was talking about, even in one-to-one, when we have discussion with children, I will typically take a paper or their notebook or my notebook, and as they are talking, I would just quickly draw, make some lines, write one word, what they're saying, and ask them, okay, how does it looks like to you? So draw a picture, maybe make a flower, maybe make a simple things like maybe make a plant, take the branches out, and all different things. When even the discussions are happening, so then they are seeing that, thoughts can be transferred into pictures, thoughts can be transferred into a map. Discussions can be things like you are planning to go out, say, visit somebody's house. So quickly, whatever discussions are happening, if those quick mind maps are created, then they get used to of it. Then they get like they get all these things in the environment, and then some of them take forward, some of them still prefer their bulleted notes or whatever, whichever they want to do it. So I just wanted to bring that, if in our homes, if we can bring these this tool as not as a homework, or not as a thing that child has to do, but as a part of the process, then it helps them to get connected with this.
Yes, Aditi, I remember now once Advai and Avani were fighting, and he came to you complaining, crying and all, and you were drawing mind map, whatever he was telling. He was complaining and crying. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, even anything, when they're saying, when they see now, see, the thoughts are all in the mind. Now, now they can see a picture of it. They can see the connection, as we were talking about dotted line, dark line, color line and all that. So as a part of the stationery kit, we actually insist that every child should have in their stationery kit some couple of color sketch pens, color pencils, or crayons, whatever they are comfortable with, different pencils. And in fact, we also have a calculator and the tape as part of their highlighters, one highlighter. So we recommend that this kit should be available to them all the time, and they should be having it this handy. Even things like compass, I mean, those are not related to mind map, but as a toolkit which kids can have. So things becomes visual. That's what Tony Buzan is talking about, is that transfer that into a visual, um, um, and then this mind maps becomes a quite an interesting thing. I'm saying interesting because it becomes interesting for me, but I don't know how children takes it, but it's just an exposure. So that's all I wanted to say, that we don't need to wait only for the book or to take notes or to learn something. We can bring it in various different places.
What's a kappa?
Pardon? Somebody saying.
Yeah, Maitri here. You said kappa. Did you say that?
What did I say?
Yeah.
The two
Compass box, like those compass and those protractors and all those things that we used to use only for math, geometry, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so I think those tools are actually not related to mind map, but then I'm just saying what all the cool toolkit contains. But these color pens, sketch pens, and a highlighter is something we say it should be always available. How much they use, how they use is absolutely different. What they do. In fact, many of the time we also do reflection through mind map. So we bring it, and then typically it will happen. They will start a circle in the center, and then they do the branching out. Then we will say, okay, today we will do a flower. Today we will do a plant. Today we will do a tree. Today we will do different balloons. So then they get the idea that okay, fine. There are many different ways. So if you actually search on net, simple children mind map, then you will get these things. If you introduce directly these mind maps to children, it becomes very overwhelming. I mean, that's my experience. You can still try in different forms. Yeah,
that's an amazing idea, Aditi. I'm going to start today. Thank you.
Yeah, in fact, because maybe I don't know, I'm visual, or then I've got used to it. I can't talk to children without a pen in my hand. So I keep drawing what they're saying. I keep putting up, make branches. Oh, this is what happening. Make connection and all those kind of things. So, but that can be my personal needs, which I use it. But just wanted to bring, since it has come in reference to mind mapping.
No, actually, it is very helpful, and I think from today we all will start doing it.
Yeah, even planning can be done, and then you can detail it out, different branches and different things. Yeah, we can introduce this tool also. Yeah. Yep, over to you guys. Yeah, just wanted to bring this, that how do we take it forward in our day-to-day life, this thing.
Yeah, that's definitely helpful, Aditi. So Maitri and I were joking over private chat. Maitri was saying that is there some time to give a vote of thanks? So before we move to Q&A, Maitri, come on mic and give a vote of thanks. I'm finding it so funny. Yeah, do it.
Yeah, no, it's just that I just wanted to acknowledge. I usually like to be acknowledged, but I'm letting go of that after Jagriti sessions, a few sessions, and of course other realizations that I'm having. But yes, this there was a limitation in me of coming, talking to my peers in this kind of a forum. I've been a teacher, but I've always spoken to kids and all that. I had it in me, but somewhere been snubbed in childhood, so never had the um, what do you say, the courage to do such a thing. So this may be a very silly for some, but for me it's really broken a big limitation of mine, this reading. And thanks for all the support. Really, I mean, it's not like just to flatter or yeah, the typical cliched way of saying, but yes, I really admire the patience that Roshni and Sabha have shown. And even in the last minute when I'm posting, they're like, it's okay, it's okay, it'll get done and all that. So I really, really appreciate this. And that's why I asked Roshni this morning. There's no pressure. Do I have to do this? It is a big deal for me. I feel like I'm transmitting something which is of value to others because I have enjoyed the previous sessions, always look forward to the parenting club. So, but I don't feel that pressure. It's more of that excitement which I really wanted in life. I want to enjoy what I'm doing. And I really like these inputs that Aditi gives in the end. I mean, I'm just reading, but the way it's all brought into this perspective, it's beautiful. I'm actually overwhelmed. I'm actually tearing up also a little. But I'm also jealous of all you guys who have your children still small, because of my elder one, both my children are almost in teenage. But it's better late than never. Like Nitya said, yes, and Preeti said, we'll do it henceforth. So thank you all.
Maitri, come back with a book. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Maitri.
So on this note, well, let's begin our Q&A, yeah, with Aditi. This is basically we are trying to include questions that parents have related to children's learning or, you know, in their everyday parenting role. So let's begin with the session. So the plan is to share any question that you have in mind. What I was thinking was, since Gunjan has already shared it on Slack, let's begin with that. Is that okay with everyone? Aditi?
Oh, yes, whatever the group says. If the Gunjan is here.
She's not here, but she might
Yeah, so
watch
you
the
decide.
recording. Yeah.
Okay, then I think I need